Okay there friends, in this video we will look the unit 1 of paper 1 of UGC NET uh, teaching aptitude. And in teaching aptitude specifically we will look the teaching part, its definitions, its concept, objectives of teaching, characteristics of teachers, level of teaching, basic requirements of teaching, and the principles of teaching. So in this teaching aptitude, as you all may know that teaching aptitude, it is consists of two words, teaching and aptitude, which refers to the quality of a teacher by virtue of which he teaches his students. And here is a definition, one definition of teaching. It is given by APJ Abdul Kalam. According to him, teaching is a noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If people remember me as a good teacher, that will be a biggest honor for me. It is said by APJ Abdul Kalam. And here is concept. Basically we are talking about teaching. So you know teaching is derived from the word to teach, which means to instruct. Okay, and objectives of teaching. The first objective is that to help the students in acquiring knowledge and to develop thinking power in the students, to shape character and behavior of students, and to motivate the students. It is the basic objectives of teaching. And again, here is a characters of teacher. So as a teacher, teacher must have strong communication skills. Like he should he should be able to teach in a different language, like in layman or in a profession. Like he must have strong communication skills. And the second is, as a teacher, uh, he must he must be patient, caring, and kind towards their students. And third is that as a teacher, he or she must dedication to teaching. And fourth is that as a teacher, uh, he or she must uh, have a good subjective knowledge. Like as a teacher should be master in their own field, or we can say that he must have a good knowledge about their subject matter. And fifth one is, as a teacher he must as a teacher he must prepare before go to class. He must do his homework before go to class, so that their teaching can be effective. And here is the levels of teaching. And there is three levels of teaching. One is memory level. As you know, in the kindergarten or nursery, in nursery, in lower class, mm, here students are taught less. They learn what teacher taught them. So in this memory level, student have not thought power. And in the second understanding level, basically we can say that it is from class 6 to graduation level, where students have thinking ability. And understanding level, here is students have thinking ability, it is just upper than the memory level. And in a reflective level, we can say that, example of this reflective level of teaching is a PhD, where students have thought power. He is, able to express his thoughts, his feelings. So these are uh, three level of teaching. And here is basic requirements of teaching. Here is also two part: variable of teaching and role of infrastructure. Basic requirements of teaching, like in variable of teaching, there is a three. One is dependent variable. It is also, we can say, students, where students are dependent on teacher. And number two independent variable are teachers. And number three intervenient variable, when they interact, that is intervenient variable. And role of infrastructure, like classroom, surrounding, library, labs, etc. These are also basic requirements of teaching. And principles of teaching. There are several principles, but I have put some of most important principles. Like in this also, there is a two part: general principle and psychological principle. In general principle, first is that principle of motivation, to motivate the students. And principle of activity, and principle of linking with the life, linking the educations with the life. And the principle of interest, to develop the interest in the students. And the psychological principles, in this principles of recreation, principles of repetitions, principle of reinformations, and sympathy and cooperation.